Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got an extra special episode of In Bed with Greg tonight. As you can see, I'm not actually in bed, but we have made it to London, and tonight we're actually going to infiltrate. We've got a special invitation to the athletics special dinner get-together for the athletics Olympic team, for the Australian team. So we're going to go in now. It's apparently some kind of a dress-up night tonight, so I hope they let me into my normal clothes on. But we're going to go in soon, see if we can meet up with some people, and let's have some fun, shall we?
Let me hear you scream. And if you really came to party, then let me hear everybody say, we came to party. We came to party. Everybody put your hands together like this. Come on, clap. Yeah. Let me hear you clap.
So we've escaped the party a little bit, and I'm outside with shot putter Dale Stevenson. Dale, welcome to the show.
Lovely to be here.
So Dale, you are a shot putter. Now, I mean, basically you just throw a bunch of balls around, let's be honest. Now, what I'm curious is, in shot put or ball throwing, what are your balls made of?
Predominantly made of steel, so it's a pretty complex event and a lot of effort and time. And there are different diameters and different kinds of balls you can get. I have a favourite ball.
So there's different sized balls?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, everyone's different. We all like different kinds of balls.
So how does that work? I mean, is it when you're younger you have slightly smaller balls, and then when you get older the balls get bigger?
That's the general theory, and you try and just get the biggest balls you can handle. It's better for you. And you're right. It's big balls. Good for you. It's good. Protects your hands. Protects your fingers. Because you know, a lot of force going into your ball.
So lots of different kinds of balls. And is it basically the bigger the better?
As a general rule, the bigger the better, and just try and get the biggest balls you can get.
Okay, sweet. So what about when it gets wet? How do you deal with the wetness on your balls?
It's a tough issue to deal with. It's something that everyone's faced across their career, and we have our ways of dealing with wet balls. A stash of towels always comes in handy.
Towels for the balls, yeah.
Towels for the balls.
So you sort of clean your balls, I guess, with the towels.
Always clean them first, and then just knock off any mud or debris that gets on them. And then towel, and then chalk is the final application before you actually handle the ball.
So you will apply chalk to your balls before you throw them?
And it gives them a nice sort of texture.
I see, wow. I feel educated, and it's good to have an insight into those balls. So now, at the Olympic Games, I hear you're a bit of a Muse fan. Now, are you aware that Muse are actually they are doing the main theme song?
I have heard that. Being banded around. I've also heard some contrary reports, so you can expect me to be dancing like a schoolgirl when they do rock it out, because I confess, I'm a Muse fan.
Do you think that they will play? And if so, what would you do if you met them?
Oh look, I'd probably tell them all about my balls and what I do, and maybe give them a shot of just sort of, you know, maybe I can get up there and play with Muse, and they can play with my balls, and we can just sort of go from there and just get
rock out.
Just get silly with it. Just get silly.
Well, I sure hope to see that in the closing opening ceremony. But Dale, look, it's been a pleasure having you, and let's get back to the party. So here we are at the party again. Now we've got a new guest for In Bed with Greg. Here we have Danny Samuels. Now Danny is a discus thrower, as I'm sure you all know. She won the World Championships in 2009, and she is probably the loveliest girl. I don't want everyone else to hear that, but the loveliest girl on the team. Welcome, Danny.
Thank you for having me.
That's no problem at all. Now, straight off the bat, I'm just wondering, you do lots of spinning when you do your discus. Do you ever get dizzy?
No, in the beginning I did when I was younger, but not any problems anymore.
So I guess you kind of get conditioned to spinning around in one way.
Yeah, exactly. My spatial awareness has improved, but if you were to send me the other way, I'd fall down straight away.
Fall down?
Yep.
Well, I was going to ask that. It's really interesting. And it's almost like a ballerina-esque. Do you have any dancing background?
No. I got was the worst dancer ever. Never did physio or any of those type of things. I was in sports that had physical contact, where you know, giving people the shoulder, basketball, that kind of thing.
Well, you never know, because you look quite poetic out there, I must say. Now, Danny, I must ask, when we're talking about the ring, the discus ring, do you prefer a wet or a dry ring?
A dry ring. Very much dry, but you can handle that one.
And what measures do you take when you do have too much moisture in the ring?
You know, your fingers have to be nice and chalked up. You know, you can cover it up with a towel, and also, you know, your feet have to be nice and grippy as well.
I'm sure they do. That would be something you really need going into a wet ring. So, is there any other things that you a little bit different, a little bit quirky about Danny that not many people know out there?
Oh, I'm not sure. I come from a basketball background, love sport, no musical talent whatsoever, not really that creative.
And you can't dance?
No, and I can't dance, so all that's out, so I pretty much had to do sport, basically.
Well, do sport, you do very well. Danny, thank you so much for being with us today, for being on Be with Greg, and we'll see you all next time.